Egypt had bled, the skies had spoken, but Pharaoh's heart still stone. So God sharpened the next strike, not just for Egypt, but for every generation to remember. God speaks to Moses with calm and commanding voice. Go to Pharaoh. I've hardened his heart, so I can perform these signs, and so you may tell your children what I did in Egypt, that they may know I am the Lord. Moses, bold. How long will you refuse to humble yourself before God? Let his people go. If not, tomorrow I will bring a plague of locusts. Aaron adds, they will devour what little is left. Trees, crops, everything the hail spared. Pharaoh's advisors whisper in fear, let the men go. Egypt is ruined. Pharaoh said, fine, go worship. But who exactly is going? Moses, firm. Everyone, young, old, sons, daughters, flocks, and herds, all. Pharaoh, furious. Never. Only the men can go. He drives them out of his presence. Pharaoh made his terms. He thought he was still in control. But God's terms weren't up for negotiation. By morning, locusts cover the sky like a black tide. Locusts descend. In moments, fields vanish. Trees stripped. Every green thing is devoured. Children cry. Mothers scream. Farmers fall to their knees. It was not just a plague. It was a devourer sent from heaven. Pharaoh calls Moses and Aaron in haste. Pharaoh begs, I have sinned against your God. Please forgive me just this once. Pray that he removes this deadly plague. The locusts left, but his pride stayed. So God removed the light itself. Suddenly, a thick, suffocating darkness covers the land. Children scream. Mothers whisper prayers. 3 days, no light, no movement, just terror. Even in judgment, God draws a line between his people and the world. Pharaoh, shaken. Go, take your families, but leave your flocks behind. Moses, unmoving. We must take everything. Not a hoof will be left behind. Pharaoh roars, get out of my sight. If I see you again, you will die. Moses, calm. You're right. I will never see your face again. Pharaoh rejected the light, and now the firstborn of Egypt would pay the price. Pharaoh had defied the living God 9 times, but heaven doesn't lose count. One final plague, one last night, and it would break the back of Egypt. God, serious, thunder beneath the words, I will bring one more plague on Pharaoh and Egypt. After that, he will let you go. He will drive you out completely. Moses, calm but commanding. Ask your Egyptian neighbors for silver and gold. The people obey, and miraculously the Egyptians give willingly. God made even their enemies favor them. Israel was being paid for 400 years of slavery. Moses' voice rising like a storm. This is what the Lord says. About midnight, I will go throughout Egypt. Every firstborn will die, from Pharaoh's son to the lowliest servant, even the firstborn of the cattle. They laughed in the dark. But midnight was coming. Moses spoke with fire. There will be loud wailing in Egypt like never before, but not even a dog will bark against the Israelites. Pharaoh's jaw tightens. His pride fights his panic. Moses turns to leave. He drops his final words. Then you will know. The Lord makes a distinction between Egypt and Israel. Moses storms out. His face is lit by unseen fire. Advisors whisper. Guards look nervous. Pharaoh clenches his fist. He could have surrendered, but pride is a prison, and Pharaoh had thrown away the key. Children sleep. Mothers rock babies. All seems calm. But in the heavens, judgment is already walking. The hour had come. Judgment was near. But mercy had made a way. God, calm, sovereign. This month will be for you the first month. Each man must take a lamb, a perfect lamb, slaughter it at twilight, put its blood on the door frames of your houses. It looked strange, it smelled of death, but it was life. The families prepare the meal, unleavened bread, bitter herbs, roasted lamb. Moses explains, "This is the Lord's Passover. Eat with your cloak tucked in, sandals on your feet, staff in hand. Tonight, we leave." Heaven prepares for war. The destroyer had been released. But he passed over every door covered in blood. Not a single house in Egypt was untouched by sorrow. From the throne to the prison, death knocked. Pharaoh, devastated, summoned Moses and Aaron now. Pharaoh, defeated, trembling. "Go, leave my people, you and the Israelites. Take your flocks and go, and bless me also." Masses of Israelites move under the moonlight, carrying bread on their backs, children in arms. After 430 years of slavery, the chains fell. The people walked free. God said, "This day will be a memorial for you. Celebrate it for generations. For when I see the blood, I will pass over you." Death came, blood covered, God delivered, and the story is just getting started. For 10 relentless plagues, Egypt was shaken to its core. Rivers turned to blood, frogs invaded every home, darkness swallowed the land, and death struck the firstborn in every Egyptian house. Pharaoh's heart hardened again and again. But God's hand was unstoppable. Through every trial, Moses and Aaron stood firm, messengers of a God who commands the impossible. At last, the final hour came. The blood on the doorposts marked the difference between death and life. A nation trembling in fear, yet covered by mercy. The night death passed over the Israelites, their chains shattered, their eyes fixed on the dawn of a new day. The greatest exodus was about to begin. This is not just a story of plagues and power. It's a story of hope, faith, and deliverance. The road ahead will be long, but God's promise stands unshaken. Thank you for watching this incredible journey with Bible Story Cinema. Don't forget to subscribe and join us for the next chapter, when the sea parts and freedom marches forward. Your adventure with God's story is just beginning.